All right, guys, top of the morning here in Miami. Actually, this is Dania Beach, which is like 30 minutes from Miami. But anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about solo traveling because I want to know your experience. What led you guys to take flight, you know? It's very interesting because I thought I was gonna be alone, and I'm like, oh yeah, solo traveling, you're gonna be alone. You're alone when you travel, but you're never lonely whatsoever. It's crazy because I'm actually writing a book, and just to tell my experience and to encourage basically those people that, or whoever is gonna travel by themselves, I would definitely encourage them to read that book as well, because it's something that it's like you get this part of excitement, but then you also get fear. And it's that fear of like, it's basically telling yourself that you are going to be in another country where you don't know anybody, you're by yourself. God forbid anything happens, like what if something happens, you know? Is it dangerous? You're gonna ask yourself all these questions. Is like, what am I gonna do over there? My encouragement to you would be to stay at a hostel, because there's so many solo travelers there as well. If you don't feel comfortable sharing a room with somebody, like 8 people or 14 people depending, like complete strangers, then you can get a private room as well. However, being at a hostel encourages you to speak to people. If you don't talk to anybody because you're just shy or you don't trust anybody, however it is, whatever the case may be, I think that a hostel will be the best place for you, because if you don't do that, somebody's gonna do it. Somebody's gonna come up to you and be like, hey, what's up, man? Like, how are you? Where are you from? They're gonna start asking all these questions. And then, I mean, I couldn't have a conversation at first because I didn't know what to say. After a week in Mexico, maybe, I was like speaking my mind out, talking to people, meeting people from all over the world. I'm talking about France, Germany, Luxembourg, which never even knew where it was at. From Brazil, Colombia, all of Central, South America, Europe, Southeast Asia. I met a couple from Africa. Like, you meet people from all over the world. I won't forget Australia. And it's just a great time. It's something that I encourage people to do. My book is gonna have all the information also. I'm not here to promote it or whatever. Like, it's just because I didn't know so much about myself until I traveled and I met people. I spoke to people about, like, you know, like what plans I had, some ideas, and they gave me, let me make sure they didn't steal my bag, but they gave me basically ideas as well. Just by talking, I was really realizing to myself that I was not alone. The reason I traveled in the first place actually is because of bad stress. Like, it's just stress piled up, and I just wanted a way out. Like, I just wanted to get out, because travel to me was my therapy. It still is, it will continue to be. And I was supposed to leave for only a month, or almost a month, and I ended up traveling a whole entire year. And it's crazy because people might say, you need money to travel, like, did you win the lottery? They're gonna start questioning all these things. And guys, you don't need too much money. If you travel on a budget, I can guarantee you that you're gonna be traveling for a long time, meeting great people, experiencing the craziest things, awesome things. You're gonna be learning so much, not just about yourself, but so much about everything, cultures. And it's just something that I suggest everybody does. I really, like, I wish I could encourage everybody to do it. Just don't forget, you're never alone. The fear you will overcome in no time. My suggestion though, however, is to actually travel to a place where you know the language. If that's gonna be, if you're gonna travel by yourself, make sure that it's a place that you know the language, because it'll facilitate your way of not just solo traveling, but overcoming that fear. And hold on, I'm tired of just walking. Yep. But it will facilitate that. It will help you overcome the fear, and it will definitely allow you to be more extroverted. You will have to find the solution to your own problems, and you will realize that you might not need somebody else. The only thing I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna need people for is that when you're solo traveling and you meet people, they will be your motivation as well, because you're gonna relate to so many people. You're gonna relate to tons of people going through similar situations as you, and they're also gonna tell you their point of view. They're gonna tell you their why, basically. Why did they travel by themselves and what their plan is. Little by little, you start picking their brains and get ideas. You start realizing that it's not the end of the world in some situations, and that you will be able to overcome anything. One thing about me is I was so shy to speak in the camera. I hate hearing my voice, seeing myself, like it's cringe or whatever. But when you're putting out a message to somebody or to people, it kind of just, you know, it kind of just makes everything easier, because you're not just doing it for fun or anything. Like, yes, I enjoy doing this, but it's because of the amount of DMs that I get with everything. Oh, if I'm traveling, can I have any advice? So all of that makes me happy, because it's people that are traveling that are making the effort to go out their way, to get out their comfort zone, to go to a new place. And some people have actually gone alone. Some others, I almost tripped. Some others go with friends, and that's totally fine as well. I'm gonna come up with itineraries for everything, for every country I've been to, especially Guatemala, because for Guatemala, I lived in Guatemala. I have family in Guatemala. There's people of trust that you guys can also reach out to in case of any emergency. You can also get transportation. You can DM me and get transportation for Guatemala as well. I could get you settled. Again, trustworthy, because sometimes, yes, taking the public bus is not too bad, but you got to be careful. I appreciate you guys. If you guys like traveling, make sure to go check out my channel, because I'm gonna start giving a lot of information about travel. So don't forget to subscribe. That helps out. Woo! Peace.